Hi, my name is Avalisa, and I was asked to be your new Sunday. So I am very honored to be a part of this channel. And instead of giving you guys an intro about myself, I will just direct you to my channel, and you can watch my videos and get to know me through there. But as far as today's video, my first question, the question is basically, when do I come out? And that is a tricky question because there's no finite answer. It's all on a what works best for you kind of basis. So I feel that I can tell you what worked for me or what I did, because I'm not sure if it worked or not, but it's what I did. And this is where I am now. When I first started, I basically came out overnight. I had been thinking about it. And in my situation, I talked to my mom early on, like when I first started kind of feeling it, and she came around to not being so judgmental. I talked to her about it, and she was like, no, I still want my son. And I was like, sorry, you'll get used to it. And, I told her, once I do start this, I'm going to do it full time for 3 months. And if I'm not happy, then I will stop. I will go back to who I was. But if I am happy, that's the end of it. And so I went to visit her for the first time, and she already knew what was going on. Or she came to visit me, and my little sister came with her. And it was just mind-shattering to go back into boy clothes. And like I said, I did it overnight. One day I was just like, I'm putting my titties in, and that was the end of it. I mean, I already wore long hair. I already wore makeup. I already wore heels and girls' clothes. The only thing that, I didn't have was this. So I put them in, and I said, dresses and skirts and all of that, it's happening. So I couldn't go back. I could not go back. And my mom was like, okay, well, we'll talk to your sister. And I talked to all of my friends about it happening, and they were like, okay, do it, good luck, and all this other stuff. And, in old pictures of me, you can see that I was not passing as well as I do now. Honestly, I don't feel like I pass well, but that's just me and my own issue. But, even then, people supported me because they knew who I was. As far as work, I didn't have that situation to go through. I didn't have to deal with work. As far as school, I just showed up one day. I told my teachers to call me Ava, and that was the end of that. But I am living in a very progressive town where everybody's very laid back and they really don't too much care. But as far as me, that's what worked. I told everybody ahead of time before I started transitioning. And now that I am transitioning and my body's changing and things like that, they're already well aware that this is what I planned on doing. They're well aware that this is going to be the rest of my life. So nobody's shocked, nobody's surprised, because when I did shock and surprise everyone, I let them know, if in 3 months I'm not happy, if in 3 months I'm not still happy, then I'm not going to continue to do it. So once the 3 months were over, I was like, hey, everybody, I love it. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. And I finally feel like me. And they were like, okay. And, my mom would still say things like, oh, well, I'm going to keep hope alive. I'm going to keep hope alive. And she knows that I am not going back. She knows that taking this step to be this person that I am now is something that I needed to do for myself. And for years, I held myself back because I was so afraid of how my transition would reflect on other people. Mostly my mom. I didn't want people thinking that she was a bad mom or anything like that. And then I was in the military, and so I couldn't do it there. And, it was all of this time that I wasted trying to figure out when was the best time and who I should tell and who I shouldn't tell. And finally, I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing this for me. So I'm going to do it in my own time. And if somebody's not okay with it, then they're not okay with it. They will come around when they come around. If I would have chosen to wait until, hormones started doing what they were doing, to tell my parents or tell my friends, I mean, realistically, there's nothing anyone could have said, but I feel like it was a better decision to ease them into it, because I'm still going through a lot of trouble with other members in my family who didn't take it so well. But over time, everything will work out. So I honestly feel like my advice would be to do it as soon as you feel comfortable. And if you feel like you're ready to go full time, whether you pass or not, then go full time. Let people know. Let them know what's going on. But if you feel like you want to wait to transition, like fully transition, go full time until you have breasts, until your features have softened, until, you start having curves, then that's what makes you comfortable. So feel free. But thank you guys so much for inviting me to be a part of this, and I hope to be giving you guys really good videos. So until next time, happy Sunday.